There are several characters which have been described in the scripture for God, for becoming God. It says knowledge, it says renunciation, which is within him. It says love. And just yesterday when we were in the class in the evening after our visit to the park, we were reading from Swami Vivekananda's book, and there was a beautiful saying that God is actually inexpressible and indescribable. He is the expression of infinite love. And this we can feel coming in contact with Bhagavan. Thus, He is the expression of infinite love. We all had love in us, but the perception and the definition of love have changed coming in contact with Bhagavan. We also had love in us, but that love was not this love, not this divine love. It's a love which is infinite and which cannot be expressed. It can only be expressed by these tears, the tears of love. I think the tears can best express the love for Bhagavan which we have within us. And another thing is that what we all said, the transformation in us. I think we couldn't even imagine in our wildest dream that we would have been transformed in such a way before meeting Bhagavan. But our meeting with Bhagavan was, in someone's case, casual, just going to meet someone, hearing from our friend, coming to India and going back to the country and telling us that yes, there is someone like this, and we just went to see. But after coming in contact with him, we fell in love, and then we saw that just coming in contact with him transformed us completely. So this transformation of the mind is the most important aspect for Bhagavan. He can transform. And this transformation is it's the hardest task. Because we can feel ourselves that we cannot master our thoughts. We cannot control our thoughts. It's our own thoughts, but we cannot control. We cannot transform ourselves. It's my own self, but I cannot transform myself. I cannot control myself. But He has that power which can control us, which can change our thoughts, which can change us, which can transform us. He can transform. It is said that they can merely by their wish, by their touch, by His words, and even by His mere wish, can transform the meanest of the mean into a wise and holy person, into a divine person. Because the divinity is already within us. It is said that we are all potentially divine. He can ignite that divinity in a second, in a fraction of a moment. And this igniting the divinity is the transformation. So He can, by just His mere wish, by His touch, by His words, it's really, we feel it. And even without touching, without speaking a word even, just by His mere glance and by His mere wish, He can transform us into the most divine person in a fraction of a second. And that he was telling just a minute ago, that we are the most holiest person now, the purest person, it's the most greatest house, the most holiest house, the purest house now. Barcelona is the greatest place, this house is the greatest house now. And therefore we, the persons here, we the devotees here, we are the greatest persons in the world now. If He is the master of the universe, then we are His devotees. We are also the master of the universe now. We are with Him. We are one with Him. So this He can do. And that is what God can do. He can in a fraction of a moment, change our mind. He can, in a fraction of a moment, ignite the divinity. He can, in a fraction of a moment, manifest all the goodness, all the virtues, all the divinity in us. And that is only possible by God and none else. And if we feel this, that yes, we have been transformed, we are able to manifest this divinity, this goodness, these virtues, these good thoughts in us, then we must know surely that He is none other than God.